Ottumwa High Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, the live video stream, the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good evening once again, everybody. Jason Van Harkel with you from John Hart Stadium. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa looking for a sweep over Des Moines East after OHS took game one 10-0 in 5 innings. The coaches are meeting with the umpires at home plate, so let's get you the starting lineups for game two. For Des Moines East, leading off and playing left field, Brady Gordon. Batting second, the second baseman, Anthony Barboza. Adon Delgadillo, the third baseman, bats third. And the designated hitter, Ethan Sheets, will hit cleanup. Batting fifth and catching is Austin Fleener. The number 6 hitter is the pitcher, Evan Becker. Dane Littell in center field batting seventh. Cameron Vandebo at first base bats eighth. And Kobe Koonert, the right fielder, bats ninth. For Ottumwa, leading off playing left field, Miles Sainer. Batting second is the shortstop, Carter Thompson. Adam Greiner at third base batting third. Tanner Shark at first base bats cleanup. Javen Rominger, the designated, Javen Rominger is the pitcher, and he'll bat fifth. Tucker Long at second base batting sixth. Braylon Griffiths in right field hits seventh. Dalton Dowd catching and batting eighth. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Lucas Barnes. We were told that Tanner Shark was taken out of the game as a pitcher in game one after 3 innings because he had a little bit of shoulder tightness. Not anything serious. He is in the game and playing first base in game two as he finished game one. And the Bulldogs will try to get a sweep behind the left arm of Javen Rominger, who's been the number 2 starter all season. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back, and get you the start of game two on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs in Des Moines East, game two of our doubleheader here at John Hart Stadium. Javen Rominger warming up on the mound for OHS. The defense behind him. Miles Sainer in left, Lucas Barnes in center, Braylon Griffiths in right, Adam Greiner at third, Carter Thompson at short, Tucker Long at second, Tanner Shark at first, and Dalton Dowd is behind the plate in game two. Top three in the East order, Brady Gordon, Anthony Barboza, and Adon Delgadillo. Gordon was the only East batter to earn 3 at-bats in game one. He was 0 for 3. Bulldogs blanked East on 3 hits in a 10-0 5-inning victory.
Leading off the top of the first, number 1, Brady Gordon.
So Gordon will stand in after a strikeout, a pop-out, and a ground-out in game one. Javen Rominger enters this start, his 6th of the year, with a 2-1 record, a 3.45 ERA. The left-hander's first pitch tonight is skied in the air to right, not very deep. Griffiths coming in, makes the catch for out number 1. First pitch at 7:15, 1 pitch and 1 out for Javen Rominger.
Anthony Barboza.
That brings up Anthony Barboza, 1 for 2 with a single in game one. second baseman for the Scarlets. Lefty to righty. The first pitch popped in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 0-1. Get to our game time weather conditions here in a moment. "89 degrees under clear sunny skies." The 0-1. Ground ball right back to the mound, knocked down by Javen, picks it up with the bare hand, throws to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and the batter, Adon Delgadillo. He was 1 for 2 with a single in game 1, although on that single with 2 outs and a man at first. The man on first went first to third. The throw went to third, and Delgadillo tried to stretch it to second on that throw, and he was thrown out at second by about 5 feet. Two out, nobody on, top 1 for the Scarlets, and the pitch is a ball outside, 1-0. South wind blowing at 12 miles an hour. Again, gently out towards left center. Warm, but not too warm, as there's a called strike, and we're even at 1-1. And our home plate umpire in game 2 has a much more definitive strike call than our game 1 umpire. Half the fun of game 1 was guessing whether it was a ball or a strike. There is a soft liner into center coming on Barnes, but he'll have to knock it down in front of him. That's a 2-out single for Delgadillo. And that'll let Ethan Sheets bat. Sheets with the game 1 catcher. He's the DH here in game 2. He grounded out and lined out 0 for 2 in game 1. Runner at first and 2 down. Again, Ottumwa with the lefty on the mound. East doesn't run much, and having that lefty there makes it even harder for the Scarlets to get a good jump. First pitch, lefty to lefty on the outside corner for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count to Sheets. The next offering in the dirt, it gets passed out all the way to the backstop, and down to second on the wild pitch is Delgadillo. So a man in scoring position for East with 2 down. They had a man in scoring position in the first inning of game 1, also on a wild pitch. Tanner Shark in that instance was able to retire Sheets. If Rominger can do the same, Ottumwa can keep East off the board here to start game 2. The 1-1, low and away, 2-1. That pitch misses, and Javen falls behind Sheets 3-1. In the East order, Gordon left, Barboza at second, Delgadillo at third, Sheets DH, Fleener catching, Becker pitching, Littell in center, Vanderbo at first, Kunert in right, as there is a little roller foul off to the right, 3-2. Again in the field, but not in the batting order for East, is the shortstop, Jakari Patton. Three balls, 2 strikes. Austin Fleener, the catcher on deck of the inning, continues. Rominger's pitch in the dirt, and unable to find it is Dowd as it gets behind him to his left. It's ball 4 to Sheets. It's also a wild pitch to put runners on the corners with 2 down, and the batter is the catcher, Austin Fleener. 0 for 1 with a walk in game 1 when he was the DH. So a soft single, a couple of wild pitches, and a walk here, all with 2 out, and has given East their best scoring chance in this doubleheader to this point. And that pitch misses up and away from Javen, ball 1. Sheets the runner at first, DHing in this game, not catching, so they can't use a courtesy runner. And there's a fly ball to right, shallow. Coming in is Griffiths. He'll make the catch to retire the side. So Rominger gets out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. East nothing. The Bulldogs are coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, East a couple of base runners, but no runs in the top half, and now left-hander Evan Becker will make the start against Ottumwa. He did not pitch against the Bulldogs when they met in Des Moines at the end of May. Becker making his fourth start. He is 1-1 with a 1.84 ERA. 19 innings pitched, only 9 hits allowed, 10 runs, only 5 earned. He has walked 11 and hit 4 batters. He struck out 28, and opponents are hitting just 129 against him. By numbers, he has been the best East pitcher this season. Someone didn't see him in Game 1. They'll have to try to solve him here in Game 2. Top 3 in the Bulldog order: Miles Sainer, Carter Thompson, Adam Greiner. As the final warm-up pitch is thrown down to second and on into center field. And here comes Sainer.
Leading off for Ottumwa, the left fielder, number 13.
Miles was 2 for 3, 2 singles, a walk, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs scored in Game 1. Sainer digs in for the first time in Game 2, and the first pitch he sees is way high, ball 1. The defense for East: Brady Gordon in left, Dane Littell in center, Kobe Coonert in right, Adon Delgadillo at third, Jakari Patton at short, Anthony Barboza at second, Cameron Vanderbo at first, and Austin Fleener behind the plate. The pitch way outside, 2-0 to Sainer. Lefty to righty, the 2-0 pitch. Letter high strike, 2-1. Sainer stands right in there. The 2-1 on the way from Becker. That's poked in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ottumwa won Game 1, 10-0 in 5 innings. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Boy, that ball dove down and in, but called a strike, and that's out number 1. Boy, if that's a strike, we might be nothing for a while.
Carter Thompson.
Here's Carter Thompson, Bulldog shortstop. 0 for 1 in Game 1. He was walked twice, hit by a pitch once, scored 3 runs, stole a base. First pitch here from Becker is way high, ball 1. The wind, and the lefty's 1-0. Ground ball sharply, big hop to Patton at short. Throw across is high, and it pulls the first baseman Vanderbo off the bag. Safe at first is Thompson on the throwing error by Jakari Patton. So a runner on with 1 out for Adam Greiner. Greiner,
third baseman, number 10, Adam Greiner,
was 1 for 3 in Game 1, a walk, an RBI triple, and a run. Well, that ball took a big Sunday hop off the lip of the grass for Patton, but then his throw sailed on him high and wide. Adam fouls it straight back, 0-1. One on, 1 out, bottom first, no score. The 0-1 to Adam. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. It looked like the same pitch that struck out Sainer, but okay. 1-1 to Griner. The next offering, outside, 2-1. Carter Thompson, 11 steals on the year, including 1 in Game 1. Going to be tougher for Ottumwa to run on a lefty here in Game 2. Maybe that's why Becker was picked for this start. Try to keep the Ottumwa run game in check. That pitch outside, 3-1 to Griner with Tanner Shark on deck. The 3-1. Inside, ball 4. First Bulldog walk of Game 2 brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 2 on, 1 out for Tanner.
The first baseman, number 2, Tanner Shark.
Shark was 0 for 2 in Game 1. He walked once, was hit by a pitch once, stole a couple of bases, scored a run, also drove in an RBI with a ground out. First pitch popped in the air, foul off to the left out of play, 0-1. Third baseman Delgadillo was creeping in case Tanner laid one down. Oh, 0-1 to Shark. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 2 on, 1 out, bottom 1. The pitch, runner goes from second, pitch is a strike, throw down to third. Not in time. Thompson steals third. Second steal of the doubleheader. Pitch was a strike. Thompson out with 12 steals, counts 0-2. First run of the game, 90 feet away for Ottumwa. Runners on the corners. Third baseman now even with the bag. Middle infielders double play depth. First baseman Vanderbilt was holding on Griner. Well, Griner goes. Pitch is down low. Throw goes to the shortstop. That was weird. I don't know if Fleener was trying to throw it to the pitcher to try to entice Thompson from third. Ended up throwing it to Patton, who was about halfway in at short. So Griner steals second. Count is 1-2. And now the pitch to Shark. In the dirt, good stop by Fleener. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Griner just got his 12th stolen base of the year. Second and third, 1 out, 2-2 to Tanner Shark. The pitch on the way. Fouled off to the left out of play. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Bright sunshine still off to our west. Most of the field bathed in that sunshine except where a few shadows are creeping in. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Shark cannot believe it. And that's out number 2. Wow, that pitch looked like it was ankle high.
Now batting the pitcher, number 18, Javen Rominger.
So here's Javen, pitcher trying to help his own cause. Game 1, he was 1 for 3 with a 2-run double, a walk, a stolen base, and a run. Second and third, 2 out, lefty to righty now, and the pitch. Fastball up and away, 1-0. Time called. Our home plate umpire going down to talk to Coach Yeager. I wonder if there were probably some comments about that strike 3 to Shark. If they came from the dugout, then the umpire has a point to talk to Yeager about. If they came from the fans, and that's rabbit ears. Anyway, here's the 1-0. That breaking ball's in there for a strike, 1-1. Second and third, 2 out. Key early moment in this game. No score. Ottumwa trying to break through. The 1-1. Down and in. Count goes 2-1 on Javen. Left-hander Becker from the wind with runners on second and third. The 2-1 swing and a miss on a fastball inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. High fly ball to center, not very deep. Coming in is Littell, and he will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 left after an inning. We're scoreless on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Ottumwa and Des Moines East no score. I do not know why, but Theron Royer has gone out to play second base. And that's in place of Tucker Long. And Coach Yeager is talking to the home plate umpire with the lineup card. So Royer in at second, and presumably would lead off the bottom of the second inning. Javen Rominger on the mound, allowed a hit and a walk with no runs in the first. Now he'll face Evan Becker, Dane Littell, and Cameron Vandebo, 6, 7, and 8 for East in the second. Our home plate umpire is still walking around, walked out towards the mound and told Javen something. Oh. Javen had some kind of jewelry on. Doing everything at a snail's pace. Apparently the fact we got game one done early, I don't know. First pitch to Becker, up and in, ball 1. Becker pitches left-handed but bats right-handed. He was 0 for 1 with a walk in game 1. Now the 1-0 from Javen. Fly ball, really a pop-up right side. Who wants it? First baseman Tanner Shark backpedals and makes the catch for out number 1. That brings up the center fielder, Dane Littell. Littell was 1 for 2 in game 1 with a single. One out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Scoreless ball game. And a liner softly up the middle, but it's going to get, it's knocked down by Royer, but the throw not nearly time he threw it away. But Theron made a great play to get to that ball. Never was going to have a chance to throw out Littell. And then his wild throw allowed Littell to get to second. Base hit for Littell, error on the second baseman.
Now batting, number 3, Cameron Vandebo.
That brings up the first baseman, Vandebo. Played right field in game 1, went 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. One on, one out. And the pitch. Bunted, first base side foul, 0-1. East now with 2 hits. Ottumwa's now committed the first error of the game. Pardon me, each team has an error. The 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good curve from Javen, 0-2. Runner at second and 1 down for the Scarlets here in the top of the second. Vandebo, the number 8 hitter at the plate. The pitch, high with the fastball, 1-2. Rominger comes set, checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Stayed high again, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. That pitch fouled in the air down the right field line, about 7 or 8 feet foul. Still 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Rominger looks back at Littell at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Vanderbilt racing down to first, but the umpire ruled it was caught in the air for an out. And that's out number 2. First strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. Umpire signaled out twice. Vanderbilt finally heading back to the dugout. East head coach Brian Luff trying to argue his case. The umpire didn't want to hear it. And the batter, Kobe Kunert, played third base in game 1, playing right field in game 2. 0 for 1 with a pop out and a walk in game 1. Runner at second and 2 down, and the pitch. Outside corner strike on a fastball, 0-1. Last check from Houston Field, where Ottumwa softball beat East 5-1 in game 1. Third inning in game 2, Ottumwa leading 4-0. Bulldog girls looking for a sweep in softball over East tonight, as are the boys. Pitch in the dirt, got away from Dowd all the way to the backstop. Down to third goes Littell on the wild pitch. Counts 1-1 to Kunert. And for the second straight inning, East has a runner on third with 2 down. No score, top second here at John Hart Stadium. One and one the count to the right-handed batting Kobe Kunert. Rominger, the lefty from the third base side of the rubber. And that pitch hit in the air to left center. Barnes on his horse, and it's off his glove. Skips away from Sainer as well. Racing for second is Kunert, and he's in as the run scores, and East leads 1-0. Barnes was on a dead run, got leather on it in the gap, but couldn't squeeze it. I think we go base hit on that one.
Now batting, number 1, Brady Gordon.
So it's a single and an RBI. Back to the top of the order, Brady Gordon, who flew out to right his first time up. Well, Ottumwa trails East for the first time tonight. And that pitch swung on and missed, strike 1, got a fastball by him. No 1-1 the count to Gordon. The next offering. Called a strike on the inside corner, 0-2. Well, there's that pitch. Delayed steal going to third. And getting there safely is Kunert. I was still observing that pitch around the inside corner, called a strike. So a rare steal for East. Now runner at third with 2 down, an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Pop foul off to the right, out of play. We'll do it again, 0-2. One nothing Scarlets here. Top of the second inning. The pitch upstairs with a fastball, 1-2. Javen from the stretch with the runner on third. The 1-2 to Gordon. High, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch. Inside corner fastball called, strike 3, inning over. Second strikeout for Ominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. East gets a run on 2 hits. There was an error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Ottumwa trailing 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning. Des Moines East 1, Ottumwa 0. Bulldogs have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the order. But it will not be Tucker Long, who originally started the game at second and in the number 6 hole. He departed the game before the top of the second. Theron Royer replaced him. And we're told that it's some sort of illness for Tucker that has him out of this game for now. So Royer, then Griffiths and Dowd against the left-hander Evan Becker, who allowed a couple of base runners but no runs in the first. East leading Ottumwa 1-0. Royer is 2 for 9 at the plate this season. Both his hits are for extra bases, a double and a triple. He's driven in 3. Our home plate umpire is taking his sweet time getting his mask back on. This game's going to take forever at the rate he is moving. First pitch by Becker to Royer. Fastball strike 0-1. 0-1 to the Bulldogs senior infielder. The next offering, swing and a miss. Chase that breaking ball down and in. And that swing there is a symptom of the called strikes in the first inning. On pitches that look down and in. Now you're swinging at stuff in there. The 0-2. Breaking ball called strike 3 for out number 1. These pitches look like they're ending up at ankle level.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 29, Braylon Griffith.
Third strikeout for Evan Becker. They're all looking. And here's Braylon Griffiths, the Bulldog right fielder. 1 for 2 in game 1. Fouls it back to the right out of play, 0-1. Had an RBI single, had a walk, and also drove in the final run of the game with a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. The 0-1, that breaking ball was a good one in there, 0-2. That big curve is what has made Becker successful for East this year. Now his 0-2 to Braylon. Fouled back. Stays alive, fouling off an inside fastball. Still 0-2. One and two. Pardon me, still 0-2 to Braylon Griffiths. Dalton Dowd on deck. The pitch. Breaking ball low. 1-2. Braylon trying to protect the plate. The 1-2, a fastball outside, 2-2. Griffith stands in there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, slow chopper left side off the mound of field. It is Becker. His throw to first. Not in time, and it gets down the line. Braylon heading for second, picked up in right field by Cooner. That throw not in time. Base hit for Braylon Griffiths. A throwing error on Becker. Runner at second, and one out for Dalton Dowd. That's Ottumwa's first hit of the game.
Batting the catcher, number 23, Dalton Dowd.
The second error by East. And here is the left-handed batting Dowd. Dalton hitting .342, 2 doubles, a triple, and 8 runs batted in. 13 for 38 on his sophomore campaign at this point. Ottumwa down 1-0, but now with the tying run at second and only one out here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Dalton, shows bunt. Bunts at third base side, good bunt out to Delgadillo. Throw to first, gets away. Now, Griffiths hadn't advanced, but now he's around third on his way home as that ball's all the way down the right field line. The throw is late to the plate. All the way to third as Dowd were tied at 1. Well, that sacrifice was not going to work because Griffiths did not run to third initially, even though Delgadillo fielded the ball and nobody was covering third. But then when the throw got away down the right field line, that allowed Griffiths to score from second and allowed Dowd to get to third. Now Luke Gravy's going to run for Dowd. There's no sacrifice on the play given because Griffiths was not advancing. A couple of errors in the inning have opened the door for Ottumwa to tie the game. And now here is Lucas Barnes. First pitch. Popped it up to the right side. That is going to get out of play. Just off the top of the Bulldog dugout. Strike one. Oh, 0-1 to Barnes, the number 9 hitter. Lucas was 0 for 2 in game one, or pardon me, 0 for 1 in game one, but he was walked and he was hit by a pitch. He stole a base and scored a run. Becker from the windup with the man on third and 1 down, and the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Barnes trying to protect the plate. The pitch. Checked his swing on a fastball, and umpire says he went around. Strike 3. 2 down. 4th strikeout already for Becker. That'll bring up Miles Sainer, called out on strikes his first time up. Runner at third, 2 down. Game tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second. Each team scoring in this second inning. Ottumwa trying to make it a crooked number. First pitch to Miles. Breaking ball. Missed low, 1-0. Becker's 1-0 to Sainer. Swing and a foul back, 1-1.
Now batting, number 13, Miles Sainer.
Ottumwa's got a run on a hit. Bulldogs have committed 1 error. East has a run on 3 hits. They've already committed 3 errors. The Scarlets are not a good defensive team as this pitch is inside. Nearly got a piece of Miles, 2-1. East came into the ball game with a fielding percentage of .863. That is not good. That is an error on about 14% of the plays. The 2-1. Outside 3-1, Thompson on deck. Ottumwa, by comparison, their fielding percentage is .932, and that's pretty decent for a high school team. 3-1 to Sainer. 2-out runner on third, tied at 1 in the second inning, and the pitch. Well, that fastball's called a strike at the letters 3 and 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Gravy at third, 2 down. The payoff to Sainer. Fastball inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Becker, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Here's Carter Thompson, reached on an error, stole a base in the first inning, was eventually stranded at third. Runners on the corners. Be a little tougher to Sainer to run with the left-handed pitcher on the mound, but it wouldn't surprise me if Ottumwa tried it at some point. Snap throw to first, and back in safely is Sainer. The first baseman, Vandebo, didn't really even think about making a tag. He was looking across the way at Gravy at third. The pitch. High, ball one. That sun is right in the eyes of Vandenboe as he looks at his pitcher in case of a pickoff throw. Trying to shield his eyes with his bare hand. Runner goes, the 1-0. Inside, the throw back to the pitcher. They throw it to third, but Gravy was already heading back to third. Sainer gets the stolen base. Count even at 1-1 to Carter Thompson with runners at second and third and two down. Ottumwa had second and third in the first inning, couldn't score. And that pitch was called a strike, though it's in the dirt, picked up by Fleener, slide home, and safe at the plate is Gravy. And it's 2-1 Ottumwa. He called that pitch a strike. It looked like it was in the dirt, didn't it? So the count's 1-2. Now, East head coach Brian Luft is arguing the play at the plate. It was close as Fleener picked it up and threw it back to Becker. But Gravy gets in under the tag and scores on, I guess it's a passed ball if that pitch was a strike. Sainer's down to third. Count is 1-2 on Thompson. Our umpire cleaning off the plate and taking a very long time to do so. One ball, two strikes. And I think Coach Yeager is now trying to figure out why the count is 1-2. And the reason the count is 1-2 is that pitch was in the dirt and it got away for a wild pitch, but the umpire called it a strike. Now Coach Yeager's coming down to talk to the umpire. The home plate umpire actually asked the base umpire what the count was. And he told him 1-2. Now that's what he called. And now Brian Luft out of the East dugout again. Now the umpires are going to get together. I hope nobody has to be anywhere early in the morning, besides me. Well, I say you see something new at the ballpark every day, and today we saw a pitch bounce in the dirt, get away for a wild pitch, but it was a called strike. And now the umpire just put up 2-1. Now the umpires are talking again. And now Brian Luft is out of the East dugout again, and Miles Sainer just sits down on the base at third. The count should be 1-2. He got the pitch wrong, but it's what he called. So but he may have changed his call, which would, of course, that'd be the reason East head coach Brian Luft is upset, and I can't really blame him. You're not supposed to change a ball strike call. If it's called a strike, it's a bad call, but, you know, you got to live with it. So Thompson stands back in. He puts up 2-1. All right, it's 2-1, we think. There's two out, and here's the pitch. It's way outside, so we think it's 3-1. Ottumwa leading 2-1, bottom of the second, runner at third. And the pitch. Down and in, ball four. And runners on the corners for Adam Griner, who walked his first time up. Admittedly, I'm biased, and Ottumwa and East are rivals, and I don't have much sympathy for East in most circumstances, but I feel a little bit bad for Evan Becker out on the mound there. I mean, that pitch was in the dirt, but it was called a strike. It's a bad call, but balls and strikes don't get changed, and they changed it. Now Griner takes a pitch outside, ball one, and I hope Ottumwa takes advantage here and puts a bunch more runs on the board with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. But Becker was taken completely out of rhythm because it took about 5 minutes to figure out what the count was. Maybe not 5, but it seemed like it. That pitch is inside to Griner, 2-0. 2 runs home in the inning. Ottumwa's had 1 hit. There's been 2 errors committed by East, 2 on, 2 out, and the 2-0 to Adam. Popped foul back to the right out of play, 2-1. Griner stands back in. You can still see some frustration in Becker's body language out on the mound. And again, I do not blame the young man. Runner goes, the 2-1. Inside, they throw back to the pitcher, 3-1 as Thompson takes second. Base hit from Griner here could score 2. Three balls and a strike. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. They're loaded for Tanner Shark. Shark was called out on strikes his first time up. There are 2 out as both Royer and Barnes struck out in this inning. That seems like it was 2 days ago. Bases are loaded. Sainer at third, Thompson at second, Griner at first. Pitch to Shark. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Like Tanner's probably going to see a lot of pitches on the outside corner. Might want to think about trying to drive it to left center. The 0-1. And he pokes it to third, a line drive, but it's right at Delgadillo to end the inning. Well, Tanner had the same idea I did and hit it well, but inning over. Bulldogs do take the lead. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. We go to the third. Finally, Ottumwa leading 2-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The third inning. Ottumwa 2, Des Moines East 1, Bulldog Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. And Coach Yeager is back out to talk to the umpire at the lineup card, and I think we have another second baseman out there. That is Kason Palm, now playing second. Third second baseman of the game for Ottumwa. Presumably he's now in the 6th spot in the batting order where Tucker Long started and Theron Royer replaced him. Javen Rominger now pitching with the lead after Ottumwa got him a pair of unearned runs in that second inning. Bulldogs did leave the bases loaded, but I think everything that happened after the long discussion about what the count was kind of in an alternate universe. 2, 3, and 4 due up for East: Barboza, Delgadillo, and Sheets.
Now batting, number 7, Anthony Barboza.
Barboza grounded back to the mound his first time up. Javen into the wind, and the first pitch of the third inning is way high, ball 1. Ottumwa 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error. East 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 errors. That pitch way outside, 2-0. We hope Javen can find his rhythm pretty quickly. He was sitting in the dugout for a very long time in the bottom of the second inning. There's a pop-up back to the right out of play, 2-1 by Barboza. In fact, Javen was the only batter for Ottumwa who did not come to the plate in the second inning, so he finally made it out on deck. 8 men to the plate, only 2 scored, left them loaded, but again, a very weird second inning. Now the 2-1. Check swing, called a strike anyway, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And time called at the plate. Now the wind by Javen and the 2-2 pitch. Poked foul back to the right as Barboza stays alive at 2-2. Bulldogs looking to sweep East for the second time this season. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Fastball at the letters called strike 3, out number 1, and now it is East who is unhappy with the strike zone.
Now batting, number 8.
Third strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. Adon Delgadillo, the batter, singled his first time up, was eventually stranded at third in the first inning. That pitch popped foul back over the screen, out of play for strike 1. And 1 the count as the shadows have crept over the infield and a good portion of left field and center field. The 0-1, up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. They're going to the 7th inning over at Houston Field, game 2 of the softball doubleheader between Ottumwa and East, and Ottumwa leads that game 4-0 as Bulldog softball team also looks for a sweep. Popped up back behind the plate, out of play, off the top of the press box, and the count goes to 1-2 on Delgadillo. Just after 8 o'clock on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ Ottumwa. And on our live video stream, the pitch. Fly ball to left. Sainer drifting back with it. Miles has it, and there's 2 down. That'll bring up the DH, Ethan Sheets, who walked his first time up. Left-handed batting DH here in game 2. Two out, nobody on, top 3. Ottumwa leading 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bulldogs play 3 doubleheaders this week. That's a lot easier than the 5 Ottumwa played last week, although Ottumwa did go 8-2 last week. Swing and a miss, another high fastball. Sheets waves through it, 0-2. Home tonight versus East. Home Wednesday versus Hoover. On the road at Southeast Polk on Thursday. The 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Sheets gone on 3 pitches, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Bulldogs 2, Scarlets 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa 2, Des Moines East 1. Evan Becker for the Scarlets, the lefty back out there for his third inning of work. He's only allowed 1 hit through 2 innings, but his defense has committed 3 errors. Becker has struck out 4, but he's also walked 4 in only 2 innings, and his pitch count's already at 54. He's on pace to pitch only 4 innings. Now, he's not likely to have another 25 to 30 pitch inning, but if you're Ottumwa, you're going to try to be patient here, I would think. Now, admittedly, the strike zone has been interesting, shall we say, tonight.
Now batting the pitcher, number 18, Javen Rominger.
So sometimes it's hard to be selective. Javen Rominger, Kason Palm, and Braylon Griffiths due up here in the bottom of the third. Rominger flew out to center his first time up. First pitch of the bottom of the third is grounded to the left side. That's through the hole for a leadoff single. Well, no need to wait when you get a pitch to hit. Bulldogs have their second hit. And here is Palm.
The second baseman, number 27, Kason Palm.
Palm is the third second baseman of the game for Ottumwa. Came on defensively in the top of the third. Palm is 1 for 5 on the season with an RBI. First pitch. Called to strike 0-1, and I'm pretty sure Fleener, the catcher, caught it right off the top of the dirt. Now a throw to first, and back in safely is Javen. Rominger 11 steals on the season, including 1 in Game 1 tonight. He goes. The 0-1 is way inside. The throw down to second is not in time. That's steal number 12 for Javen. Count even at a ball and a strike. Now Palm batting with the man in scoring position and nobody out. The 1-1 is high, and 2-1 to the junior infielder, Kason Palm. Again, Tucker Long started the game at second, left after an inning with what we're told is an illness. Theron Royer played the second inning, now Palm playing the third, and he pops this one to shallow right. Drifting back is the first baseman Vandebo. He'll make the catch, and there's one down. That'll bring up Braylon Griffiths, who singled and scored his first time up. Hit a little roller in front of the mound. The pitcher, Becker, got to it kind of late, picked it up and threw it wildly. So Griffiths got a hit and then went to second on an error, and he eventually scored the run that tied the game at 1. Ottumwa now leading 2-1. That pitch up and away, ball 1. Rominger at second and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third inning, he goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to third, not in time. So Javen has stolen second and third. Gives him 13 steals on the season. 1-1 to Griffiths, now with Ottumwa's third run of the game, 90 feet away. Lefty to righty, the 1-1. Inside off the glove of the catcher all the way to the backstop. That'll be a pass ball to score the run, and Ottumwa leads by 2. 2-1 to Griffiths now with nobody on and 1 out. Braylon awaiting the 2-1 from Becker. Here it comes. Way outside, 3-1. And again, Ottumwa pushing that pitch count over 60 here in the third inning for Evan Becker. That pitch outside, ball 4. 5 walks now drawn by Ottumwa in this game, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Here's Dalton Dowd. He laid down a bunt trying to sacrifice. It would not have been a sacrifice because the runner at second on the play didn't go. But then the ball was thrown all the way down the right field line for a three-base error that scored a run, and then Dowd would come home on a wild pitch. First pitch here, up and in all the way to the backstop. Down to second goes Griffiths, makes the turn but hangs on. Pass ball or wild pitch, that one could go either way. 1-0 to Dowd, now with Braylett in scoring position and still only one out. Lefty to lefty, the 1-0. A little pop-up towards second, coming in and making the catch is Barbosa in front of the second base bag for out number 2.
Now batting the center fielder, number 22, Lucas Barnes.
That'll bring up Barnes, who struck out his first time up. 3-1 Ottumwa here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs have scratched and clawed their way to 3 runs. Barnes takes a strike 0-1. And some gift this inning. Rominger singled, stole 2 bases, scored on a pass ball. Griffiths walked and went to second on a pitch that could be a wild pitch or a pass ball. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and Barnes down in the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Becker looks back at second, and the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 5 for Becker, but Ottumwa adds a run on a hit. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the fourth. Bulldogs 3, Scarlets 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
East, Bulldogs 3, Scarlets 1. Final in Game 2 from Houston Field. The Bulldogs softball team shuts out Des Moines East 4-0. Ottumwa softball earns the earns a sweep. They split with East in May. Now they've swept East here in June, and Ottumwa in softball now 10-2 in Metro Conference play. And hopefully that'll help the Bulldogs put a little more distance between themselves and the conference rivals. Ottumwa baseball trying to do the same thing here against East. They lead 3-1 top of the fourth. Bulldogs won Game 1 10-0 in 5 innings. Ottumwa hangs on to this lead. They'll be a perfect 12-0 in baseball in the Metro. Javen Rominger has allowed just 1 run on 3 hits in 3 innings. And he'll face 5, 6, and 7 in the Scarlet order: Fleener, Becker, and Littell.
Batting, number 13, Austin Fleener.
Fleener flew out to right his first time up. Right-handed batting catcher. Lefty to righty, and the pitch skied in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 0-1. This ball game is already 1 hour old as we get to the first batter of the top of the fourth. We've had some unnecessary delays, I would say. Now the 0-1. Way high, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to Austin Fleener. Again, did not have any varsity at-bats before this doubleheader. The next pitch, line down the right field line, foul by about a foot, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Fleener. One and two. Rominger brings it home. And a line drive to left, but Sayner's coming in. He's got it, 1 down. That'll bring up the pitcher, Evan Becker, who popped out to first his first time up.
Evan Becker.
One out, nobody on, top 4. Again, Becker pitches left but bats right. He stands in against Rominger, who does the same thing, and that pitch up high, ball 1. Don't know how often I've ever seen a matchup between 2 starters who are both left-handed pitchers but right-handed hitters. The 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Now, it's a little more common to see someone who throws right-handed but bats left-handed. Tucker Long fits that description for Ottumwa. The 2-0, inside corner, strike 2-1. I know there's more famous big league examples of guys who throw right but bat left, but the one who comes to mind first is Rick Sutcliffe. There's another strike on the inside corner, 2-2. This dates me a little bit, but I'm old enough to remember Sutcliffe's Cy Young season in '84 with the Cubs, and pretty good hitter at the plate, too. He homered in the playoffs that year against the Padres. The 2-2 pitch, that sails on Rominger all the way to the backstop, high and outside, 3-2. Well, you could see that one come out of his hand wrong. Full count to Becker, 1 out, nobody on, top 4. Ottumwa 3, East 1. Game 2, Bulldogs won Game 1, 10-0 in 5 innings. The wind and the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 2. It's also strikeout number 5 for Javen Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In Ottumwa. Dane Littell, the batter, singled, reached on an error, and scored the East run in the 2nd inning. First pitch here, inside corner, strike 0-1. I think Javen has figured out that inside corner to right-handed hitters is open. Those were the calls that was really bothering Ottumwa when Becker would hit those spots. So now Rominger's saying, fine, I'm going to pitch there. That pitch up high, and the count even at a ball and a strike to the center fielder, Littell. Ottumwa 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. East, 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors. Now the 1-1. Letter high, strike 1-2, and I think more of the hitters now are starting to be befuddled, shall we say, by the high strike. They're taking pitches they think are too high, and it's being called a strike. It's going both ways, too. The 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Number 2 at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Neil Hartz, that one's for you. The pitch. Fastball called, strike 3. That one, there wasn't much question. The inning is over. 6 strikeouts for Rominger, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In Ottumwa. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ottumwa 3, East 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Ottumwa 3, Des Moines East 1. Top of the order due up for the Dogs. Sainer, Thompson, and Griner against left-hander Evan Becker, who has been wild. Becker has struck out 4, but he has walked 5. Pardon me, he's struck out 5 and walked 5. Only allowed 2 hits, but Ottumwa scored 3 runs. Miles Sainer has yet to put the ball in play. He struck out and walked. East got a run in the top of the second and briefly had their first lead of the whole night. But then Ottumwa got 2 earned runs in the bottom of the second, tacked on another run in the third. And Becker has already thrown 69 pitches by my count. He threw 23 in the first, 31 in the second. Only needed 15 in the third, but top of the order here has been very patient with him. Let's see if Ottumwa can crank that pitch count up closer to the 110 pitch limit. First pitch here to Sainer. Well, he swings and misses, kind of an awkward swing, strike 1. I think the hitters are figuring out a little bit that high strike is now being called. Here's the 0-1 to Miles. Up and in with the breaking ball, 1-1. Lefty to righty, Becker from the windup. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. And Ottumwa softball has already swept East tonight. 5-1 and 4-0. Very good Bulldog pitching tonight over at Houston Field. Here at John Hart Stadium, the 1-2, late swing and a foul off to the right. Good defensive swing by Sainer there. That pitch way too close to take. Still 1-2 to Sainer. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets past the catcher all the way to the backstop. Wild pitch and a strikeout, but Sainer reaches to start the fourth inning. That is the 6th strikeout for Becker, but it doesn't record an out for him. And here's Carter Thompson, who's reached on an error and walked. He's stolen a pair of bases. So Sainer gets his lead. And they throw to first with Sainer running. The throw down to second, the tag, and Miles is out for out number 1. Now that's the risk with the lefty on the mound. Score that 1-3-4, I believe. And the gift of the runner reaching on a strikeout wild pitch is erased by the caught stealing. Now a fastball strike to Thompson, 0-1. 0-1 to the Bulldog shortstop. The next offering from Becker. Breaking ball, late swing and a miss, 0-2. No more sun on the field. Lights are on, haven't really taken effect yet. Might be a little hard to pick up the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand right now. Here's the 0-2. High, 1-2. Three-1 Ottumwa, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth for the Bulldogs. The 1-2. Way high, 2-2. Bulldogs still being out hit 3-2, but they lead where it counts in the run column 3-1. Becker from the windup. Thompson digs in. The 2-2 pitch fouled off to the right as Carter stays alive. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind by Becker, and another 2-2 to Carter. Inside corner called strike 3. I think Carter thought it was going to break further in, and it didn't. 2 down.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Adam Griner.
Strikeout number 7 for Evan Becker. And here's Griner, who has walked twice. Adam stands in. First pitch from the lefty. Big curve in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh and 1 to the Bulldog third baseman, 2 out, nobody on, bottom 4. 3-1 the Ottumwa lead. The pitch. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Griner hoping for something he can drive. Extra bases with 2 outs would be very good. And he lifts this one down the right field line, but it's foul. And the count is 1-2 on Griner. Adam didn't miss a home run by too much in game 1 of our doubleheader, as the 1-2 pitch is chopped foul at the plate off his foot, and Adam comes up hopping. Still 1-2. Griner hit a deep drive to left center that short hopped the fence about 15 feet to the right of the 370 sign. That's a pretty deep part of the park. Another 1-2. Fastball away, 2-2. Bulldogs trying to get win number 17 on the season. It would be conference win number 12 without a loss. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the curveball, and the inning is over. Becker didn't strike out the side, but he did have 3 strikeouts in the inning. And we go to the 5th, Ottumwa 3, East 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
For the 5th inning, Ottumwa 3, Des Moines East 1. Bulldog baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Ottumwa looking for the sweep after winning game 1 10-0 in 5 innings. Jamin Rominger through 4 innings has allowed a run on 3 hits. Jamin has struck out 6 and has only walked 1. He's retired the last 7 he's faced. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the East order. Cameron Vandebo, Kobe Kunert, and Brady Gordon. Vandebo struck out his first time up. Right-handed batting first baseman here in game 2 stands in. And the first pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1, and Vandebo did not like that call. The left-hander, Rominger, rocks and fires, and that one sails in high. 1 ball, 1 strike. East is playing 9 games this week in 4 days. There's a fly ball to right, coming on and making the catch. That ball was diving on him. Braylon Griffiths with a backhanded waist high for out number 1.
Now batting, number 15, Kobe Cooner.
Now the number 9 hitter, Kobe Kunert, singled his first time up to drive in a run. Ended up being stranded at third. Pardon me, East is playing 7 games, not 9. They're playing 3 doubleheaders today, Wednesday, Thursday, then a single game Friday against Boone. First pitch here to Kunert, inside ball 1. And I mentioned the East schedule because I'm thinking about what they'd have to do when they'll have to go to the bullpen in this game. There's a ground ball sharply foul down the third baseline, 1-1 to Kunert. Their starting pitcher, Becker, is at 86 pitches through 4 innings. So he's 24 away from the limit. He's already had a 23-pitch inning and a 31-pitch inning. So if Ottumwa can work enough pitches in the 5th inning, they can get him out of there. And then East doesn't have a great bullpen behind him. Swing and a miss by Kunert, and Rominger works ahead 1-2. So we'll see how patient Ottumwa is at the plate in the bottom of this 5th inning. Hopefully still leading 3-1 as they are now. The 1-2. Popped up, backing out of play. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kunert digs back in. Played pretty good third base in game 1, playing right field in game 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Looked like a changeup, and that is out number 2. Strikeout number 7 for Javen Rominger.
Brady Gordon.
Top of the order, Brady Gordon is flied out and struck out 0 for 2. Two out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. Javen's first offering, chop foul back behind the plate, off to the right, 0-1. Dalton Dowd retrieves it, gets it back to Rominger. 0-1 to Gordon. Javen gets the sign from Dowd, winds and delivers, and it's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. In the bottom of the 5th, the Ottumwa will have Shark, Rominger, and Palm. 4, 5, and 6. The 1-1. Letter high strike is the call, 1-2. Javen a strike away from setting East down in order for the 3rd straight inning. The left-hander's 1-2. Down and in, and it got a piece of him. Darn it. An East base runner with 2 out, and the batter is Barboza, who's 0 for 2. That ends a streak of 9 in a row that Rominger had set down. Now will East get a little adventurous on the bases? They've got their man in the leadoff spot on. Gordon is not running here. That pitch down and in to Barboza, ball 1. Brady Gordon 6 for 7 in stolen base tries, and he's their 2nd leading base stealer. Again, they don't run often. We'll see if they want to try to run on the lefty Rominger here. The 1-0. In the dirt, gets away from Dowd off to the right. Down to second is Gordon. Doesn't need to steal now. He's in scoring position on a wild pitch, 2-0. Dowd's had some tough pitches to stop, I would say. 2 balls, no strikes. There are 2 out. The pitch. Chopper to the left side. Griner cuts in front of Thompson. Throw to first, and Shark can't dig it out. It's in the dirt. A run scores. As down to second goes Barbosa, and it is 3-2. And now Griner and Thompson talking this one over.
Now batting, number 8, Adon Delgadillo.
The typical rule of thumb there is that if the third baseman can get to it, it's the third baseman's play. But Thompson was there waiting on the ball. He wasn't racing to his right. Griner was full extension to his left to get there, then tried to throw on the run. I think that would have been an easier throw for Carter. Pitch is inside to Delgadillo for ball one. So an unearned run makes it 3-2. And now the tying run at second with 2 out. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Man, Javen was just rolling along. He was ahead of Gordon 1-2, 2 out, nobody on. He'd retired 9 in a row. Pitch low and in, clips Gordon for a hit by pitch. Wild pitch puts him at second, and then an error plates a run for the Scarlets. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. If that swing is any indication, Javen could just spot fastballs in the outside corner and he'd be okay. And he gets a chopper to short, fielded by Thompson. Throw to first, and the inning is over. East gets a run without a hit. There was an error and one left. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Ottumwa leading 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Ottumwa 3, Des Moines East 2. Bulldogs surrendering an unearned run after there were 2 out and nobody on in the top of the fifth inning. The home plate umpire is walking over to the Ottumwa dugout with a lineup card. Coach Yeager is over near the third base coaching box, and he's talking to East coach Brian Luft. Yeah, the Scarlets appear to have made a change at catcher, but with the gear on, I'm not sure what the number is. Austin Fleener had been catching. Ethan Sheets was a Game 1 catcher, but I don't think that's him. Trying to look at the other positions to see if East has anybody different out there. Somebody other than Fleener is catching.
The first baseman, number 2, Tanner Sharp.
Rest of the defense, at least the infield that I can see, looks the same. That catcher spot is due up second in the top of the sixth, so maybe we'll get some clarity by then. Tanner Shark has struck out and lined out 0 for 2. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Shark batted with the bases loaded and 2 out in the second inning. Hit a sharp line drive, but hit it right at the third baseman, Delgadillo. The 1-0. Up and in, 2-0, and Becker missed his spot badly there. The catcher set up outside. Becker had 88 pitches again, so if Ottumwa can drag out this inning, they might push him to the end of his night. That pitch downstairs, 3-0. Walks are a good way to drive up a pitch count. And Shark way ahead here, 3-0. Becker has struck out 8, but he's walked 5. That pitch is strike 3-1. Three to 2 Ottumwa leading here in the bottom of the fifth, looking for some insurance. 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up. Now the 3-1 to Tanner. High ball 4. Another walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. 6 walks for Becker. And here is Javen Rominger, who has flied to center. He's also singled, stolen 2 bases, and scored. One on, one, or nobody out. And Javen pops it up, backing out of play, strike 1. Some Bulldogs softball players have made their way over to John Hart Stadium. Again, the Bulldogs softball team sweeping Des Moines East over at Houston Field tonight, 5-1 and 4-0. We'll have Ottumwa softball on the air Wednesday when they host Des Moines Hoover. And then again on Friday when they play in the Cedar Rapids Jefferson tournament. Throw to first, and back in standing up is Shark. Last time Ottumwa had a runner on first and nobody out. Miles Sainer tried to steal second, but he was thrown out after the throw went to first instead of the pitch going home, and then Sainer cut down easily at second base. 0-1 here to Rominger. Big lead for Shark. There he goes. Big leg kick, and the pitch pop foul out of play. That's a shame for Tanner. That base was stolen as Becker did a high leg kick and took forever to bring it home. But now Tanner back to first, and Javen in the hole 0-2. Case and Palm on deck. Another throw to first, and again Shark back in standing up. And Palm on deck, third second baseman of the game. Tucker Long started but only played an inning, and he fell ill. Theron Royer played an inning, and now Palm is taken over since. Javen, a ground ball up the third baseline, fair behind the bag. Delgadillo goes to second. They get 1, and that's it. Fielder's choice. Shark retired 5-4 at second base. Rominger now on at first. Will we get a courtesy runner? We will get a runner here for the pitcher Rominger, and it'll be Luke Reinhardt.
Now running, number 8, Luke Reinhardt.
So 1-on-1 out for Palm, who popped out in his first at-bat. Throw to first gently and back in safely is Reinhardt. I don't think Luke's going to be running here. He does have 4 steals in 4 tries, and if you guess right, Becker can be slow to the plate. Palm swings and misses, kind of put his foot in the bucket there, 0-1. Ottumwa leading 3-2, 1-on-1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. To Palm. Braylon Griffiths on deck. Runner goes, the pitch, called strike 3, the throw down to second, not in time. The ball deflects away towards shortstop where it's picked up by Jakari Patton. Strikeout number 9 there for Becker as Palm has gone on strikes route number 2. Reinhardt does steal second. And he's in scoring position for Braylon Griffith, who singled and walked. Boy, a base hit right now would feel big for Ottumwa. First pitch. Ground ball left side in the hole. Patton has it. His throw across is low, but it's dug out by Vandebo to retire the side. Boy, if that gets away, a run scores. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. We go to the 6th inning. Ottumwa 3, East 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
If you've got more to do than time to do it, you deserve some hard-working help. Introducing the all-electric Ranger XP Kinetic, the most powerful utility side-by-side ever made. With an advanced electric drivetrain, lithium-ion batteries, and remarkably quiet operation. Now the world's hardest working people have a revolutionary choice in how jobs get done. Ranger XP Kinetic.
Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, much closer game 2 than we had in game 1. Bulldogs won game 1 10-0 in 5 innings over Des Moines East. Game 2, Ottumwa leads, but only 3-2. Bulldogs haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. East got a run in the 2nd, Ottumwa 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. East got 1 in the 5th. Scarlets will have the 4, 5, and 6 spots due up in their order. Ethan Sheets leads it off. And then whoever came in at catcher for Fleener would probably be due up after him. And then the pitcher, Evan Becker. 79 pitches through 5 innings for Javen Rominger. So he's in good shape as we start the 6th inning. Should be able to finish what he started if he stays effective.
Now batting, number 17, Ethan Sheets.
Jaden Sorter is on deck, and I believe that was, I can see clearly the 14 on his back now. It was partially obstructed by the catcher's gear in the bottom of the 5th inning, but I believe he's the one who came on to catch for Fleener. So here's Sheets, who's walked and struck out, lefty to lefty, Rominger's pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Popped it up left side, foul territory. Who wants it? Rominger says, I've got it, and foul territory makes the catch 1 down. Well, that's what you have when you have a pitcher who's also a center fielder and a first baseman. Very good fielder, and took charge himself.
14, Jaden Sorter.
So here is Jaden Sorter, who came on to catch in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sorter is a junior, hitting 184 with 3 runs batted in. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Right-handed batter. 1 out, nobody on, top 6. Ottumwa 3, East 2. The 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Rominger winds and delivers. In the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Sorter stands back in. Again, this is his first at-bat of the night. Did not play in game 1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball away that he waved through. 2-2. Lights have taken effect now here at John Hart Stadium at Legion Memorial Field. Now the 2-2 pitch. Little pop-up left side. This will be for Griner. Adam makes the catch at third, 2 down. And the batter is the pitcher, Evan Becker, who has popped out and struck out 0 for 2. Rominger pitching well. Rominger is settled in, and he's been there all year. He's been the number 2 starter. As that pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. And that is potentially very important when we get to the playoffs. Ottumwa likely looking at being a 4 seed, which would mean a road game in game 1. And there's a swing and a miss 0-2. That would be Tanner Shark's start. But then the Bulldogs would probably have to go somewhere else for a semifinal. And if you're not the 1 seed and you're not the team getting the bye, you need a second starter, and that would be Javen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He puts Becker away on 3 pitches to end the inning.
After the top of the 6th, Des Moines scores.
And we go to the bottom of the 6th on another strikeout brought to you by Sonic Drive-In Ottumwa. Bulldogs 3, Scarlets 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning, last chance for Ottumwa to find some insurance as they try to finish off a doubleheader sweep over to Moines East. Bulldogs 3, Scarlets 2. East starter Evan Becker is still out there. He has reined in his pitch count somewhat, but he's at 98 pitches by my count. So he's only got 12 to get through this 6th inning. 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Dogs, Dowd, Barnes, and Sainer. Anybody gets on Thompson. Ottumwa 3 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. East 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 errors. Bulldogs have not had a hit since Javen Rominger led off the 3rd with a single. Well, East trying to steal game 2 of this doubleheader went with the pitcher who's had the best numbers this year, Evan Becker, and he's only allowed 2 hits, but his defense has let him down. And Ottumwa's got the lead. Here's Dowd. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Dalton has reached on an error and scored. He's also popped out. That error was one of the key plays of the game in the 2nd inning. Ottumwa had a runner at 2nd and 1 out. Dowd laid a bunt down, and Becker threw the ball down the right field line that scored a run. That breaking ball on the inside corner to Dowd, 1-1. Dowd was bailing out of the way, and the ball broke back over the plate. 1-1 to the left-handed hitting catcher. This is a tough matchup for him, a tall lefty pitcher with a sweeping breaking ball. Now the 1-1. Ground ball to short, tried to go the other way, fielded by Patton. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. Lucas Barnes, the batter, he has struck out twice.
Lucas Barnes.
I've got Becker at 101 pitches. If Barnes could just somehow work a long at bat here. East, I haven't seen anybody throwing in the East bullpen. I haven't looked down there all that often. There's nobody up now. Lefty to righty, the pitch. Up and away, ball 1. The wind by the lefty, the 1-0 to Lucas. Swing and a miss. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Becker working quickly, the 1-1 to Barnes. Low and away, 2-1 as Becker kind of stumbled off the mound. That one got away from him. Two and 1 to Lucas Barnes. 1 out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 3-2. East will have the bottom 3 in its order in the 7th. That pitch outside, 3-1. I've got Becker at 105 pitches. The 3-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Barnes thought it was ball 4. Three balls, 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch on 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 2. Barnes has struck out 3 times.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Miles Sainer.
That's strikeout number 10 for Becker, and here's Sainer. That's 107 pitches by my count for Becker. So Sainer almost certainly, unless he swings at the first couple of pitches, almost certainly the final batter for Becker. First pitch, low, ball one. Now if Becker hits 110 here, he can finish the at-bat, as the 1-0 is hit in the air, foul off to the right, 1-1. So the next pitch for Becker will be number 110, guaranteeing this is the final batter for him tonight, at least if my count is correct, and I can't be far off. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. The left-hander winds and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back, 2-2. 2-2 to Miles Sainer. 2 out, nobody on, bottom 6, 3-2 Ottumwa. A deep breath by Becker. And the pitch. Ground ball to third. Delgadillo has it on the short hop. The throw across is in time, and Ottumwa goes in order in the 6th. 3 outs away from a sweep with a 1-run lead, 3-2. Fasten your seatbelts. We go to the top of the 7th on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice, basically from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
For the 7th inning. Jamin Rominger out to finish what he started. Ottumwa 3, Des Moines East 2. Scarlets got a run in the 2nd, an unearned run in the 5th. Ottumwa 2 unearned runs in the 2nd and a run in the 3rd. That run in the 3rd, the difference right now. The Bulldogs do not have, pardon me, an RBI in this game. The first run scored on a throwing error. The second run scored on a wild pitch. The third run scored on a pass ball.
Now batting, number 2, Dane Littell.
Dane Littell, the number 7 hitter in the East order, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Cameron Vandebo and Kobe Cooner. Littell is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Rominger's pitch, up and away, ball 1. Javins 1-0. Swing and a foul at the plate, 1-1. Javin has struck out 8 and walked 1. He's also hit 1 batter. That pitch way high and away, 2-1. He's had 92 pitches, so unless he gets in trouble here, he should be fine. There is activity in the Ottumwa pen just in case. That pitch way outside, 3-1. Boy, you do not want to walk the leadoff hitter in the final inning of a 1-run game. I don't think I need to tell you why. 3-1, the pitch. That's in there for strike 2, and Littell had thrown the bat away. That's not going to endear him to the umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Javen needs to throw a fastball right there again. The 3-2. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Littell threw the bat away again, but he's gone for out number 1.
Now batting, number 3, Cameron Vandebo.
Strikeout number 9 for Rominger. His counterpart, Evan Becker, struck out 10 in 6 innings. Cameron Vandenboe, the battery, has struck out and flied to right 0 for 2. I think Littell may have forgotten another one of those cardinal rules. If you throw the bat away in what you think is ball 4 and it's called a strike, you better be swinging at anything in the area code on the next pitch. First pitch here way high from Rominger, ball 1. Three-two Ottumwa, 1 out. Nobody on for East here in the top of the 7th, the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Well, Javen fell behind Littell but came back to get him. He's fallen behind Vandenboe. You're facing the bottom third of this East order here, an East order that hasn't hit well all season. Got to throw strikes. The 2-0. There's a letter high strike, 2-1. Vandenboe digs back in. Javen's 2-1. Strike at the knees, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, fouled in the air off to the right, out of play. Carter Thompson, I don't know if he's trying to keep loose out at short or what, but he started flapping his arms for a moment like we were watching Angels in the outfield here. Still 2-2 to Cameron Vandenboe. The wind and the pitch. Outside, 3-2. Second straight full count. I've got Rominger at 101 pitches right now. The 3-2. Fly ball shallow right, really a pop-up. Shark is there near the line, makes the catch behind the bag, out number 2.
Now batting, number 15, Kobe Kunert.
So here's Kobe Kunert, who has singled and struck out. He has the only RBI in this game by either team. It was an RBI single in the 2nd inning. The other East run scored on an error. Ottumwa leading 3-2, 1 out away from the sweep. First pitch. Popped it up left side, foul territory. Griner over for a look, and he lost it in the lights. It landed behind the dugout, out of play. Somebody over on the Ottumwa side yelled, "Why are you bailing out of the way?" He said, "I'm trying not to get hit." We are at that time of night where a ball gets above the lights, you can't find it. I didn't know where it was either. Now, it ended up out of play, but Adam didn't know that. He went running after it, and all of a sudden he had no idea where it was. It's 0-1 to Kunert. And I don't blame Adam, especially it's a foul ball. You're not that worried about the catch at that point. That pitch up high, 1-1. And Adam's not an outfielder, so he doesn't deal with that on a regular basis. Pitch downstairs, 2-1. .105 pitches for Rominger. Doesn't matter if he finishes Kunert here off, finishes him off here and ends the game. Now, if Kunert reaches on any of the next 4 pitches, Javen could pitch to one more batter. Top of the order, Brady Gordon's on deck. Rominger wanted a new baseball and got it. Now the 2-1. Liner, foul down the third base line. Count even at 2-2. East arguing that it hit the line. Two balls, 2 strikes. I heard the umpire tell East head coach Brian Luft, I saw it. 2-2, East down to its final strike. Pitch number 107 coming for Javen Rominger. Will it be his final one tonight? The final one of the game. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Ottumwa gets the sweep as Rominger strikes out 10. Bulldogs win 3-2, and they go 4-0 against the Scarlets this year. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and wrap up the night on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
Hey everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs sweep Des Moines East tonight. They win 10-0 in 5 innings in Game 1. Game 2 closer, but the Bulldogs wrap it up with a 3-2 victory over the Scarlets. The totals for Ottumwa: 3 runs, only 2 hits, 2 errors, 7 left on base. Javen Rominger, the winning pitcher, now 3-1, a complete game for Javen. For Des Moines East, 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, 4 left on base. Evan Becker, a tough luck loss. He's 1-2. The ball game took 1 hour and 50 minutes to complete. Both pitchers struck out 10 in complete games. And neither team had a hit after the third. Ottumwa's final hit came in the 3rd inning. East's final hit came in the 2nd inning, as 2 good lefties battled it out, but Ottumwa prevails 3-2. We'll take one more 3-minute timeout, come back and wrap up the night on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back one final time to John Hart Stadium, where your Ottumwa Bulldogs have swept Des Moines East in baseball tonight by scores of 10-0 and 3-2. Bulldogs softball also swept East tonight over at Houston Field by scores of 5-1 and 4-0. Want to thank all our sponsors one more time: Roto-Rooter, Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, Mike's Pizza, Family First Chiropractic, Reflection Studio, Meridian Credit Union, Mercy One Ottumwa, Lisco, Leaves Photography, Citizens Mutual, Sonic Drive-In, and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach John Yeager for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight, and a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, and Brandon Drew, the radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you Wednesday night when the Bulldogs softball team plays host to Des Moines Hoover. Until then, good night, everybody.